The world's greatest and richest staying race to be contended this Friday night at Sandown Park. It is the RSN 927 Group 1 Sandown Cup, and you know it's a feature night of racing when I'm joined by these two fine gents to preview a race meeting. Mick Floyd, Jason Adams. How good is Friday night going to be?
It is one of the great nights in greyhound racing. Of course, the RSN Sandown Cup is one of the most storied races you see in greyhound racing, and Friday night's edition looks like a cracker. $250,000 up for grabs. Prize money like that, Jace, it's always going to be a hot field.
Hot field, great field. We saw 4 terrific heats last weekend, headed by none other than Tornado Tears, who will start favourite.
He was spectacular. The RSN 927 Sandown Cup this Friday night. RSN have been sponsoring the race since 1999, I've been told. So that's a great commitment to a fantastic race. Let's take a look at the box draw now for the Sandown Cup. And the big gun Tornado Tears, he's drawn box number 6. I thought Bago Bye-Bye, Ella Enchanted, they've probably been the two that have been advantaged by the box draw. I think drawing underneath of Tornado Tears is a really big plus. But of the rest, Rajasthan has a bit of speed, and so does Poco Dorado out there in box number 8. Reserves, Dinah Chancer and Kansan. Is there anything more to add?
No, I think the fact that Tornado Tears has come up in box 6 has made it a really interesting final. Had he drawn close to the fence, I think he'd be a little bit shorter than the $1.65 quote he's opened at. But yeah, it certainly does open up a few chances.
We'll take a look at the first heat because we're going to go straight into Tornado Tears. Now, he jumped from box number 5, and I guess you could say, Jace, nearly everything went perfectly to plan. He got into a nice place. He didn't have to go around a runner, which is probably, I guess, the only knock he has at the moment, and he sailed away. As we expected, he was just dynamic.
He was, and he had that advantage of a small field, and look, no mistakes were made, but he never got forced into making one, I think, and he just got that opportunity to really do what we know he can do. Went 41.37 and another time into the top 10 fastest ever ran over the trip.
It's just incredible that he can produce that kind of speed over 700 metres. Just an absolute star. Heat number 2 of the Sandown Cup was won by Rajasthan. Staved off Peppertide, and he just did everything right out in front. He went 41.99 and really, he never looked like he was going to be caught. No,
he was great. He was out in front, and it was a nice run by Peppertide as well. The two dogs are nice and consistent. They'll consistently run 41.90 to 42 seconds flat. And look, they're both going to go into big odds, but not without a sneaky chance.
I think going into most Sandown Cups, if you're breaking 42, you're going to be one of the big gun players. But when you've got greyhounds like Tornado Tears and now Ella Enchanted, it's going to be a little bit tougher. One of the real X-Factor greyhounds, Jace, of the series could be the Queenslander, Kiwi. He's just a star, Bago Bye-Bye. He went impressively from box number 8, 41.84. He showed terrific speed, and he can do it both ends.
He did, and we saw him go outrageously good not too long ago up there at Albion Park. And look, he went 41.84 on this occasion. I think it was good, but it wasn't a time that we're blown away by. So you'd reckon he'd take a bit of improvement out of his first look last week.
Yeah, I think that's the big plus. And I know you're a fan of Bago Bye-Bye, Mick, and I think the real plus is going to be that second look under race conditions over the 7.15. He could get down to a 41.6, but he's going to do it from the front, where Tornado Tears 41.3s from behind.
Exactly right, and I think from the box draw he was the big winner. Had he drawn outside Tornado Tears, I think that would have made it a little bit trickier for him. But from that inside draw with Peppertide on the inside, I think he's probably going to get across, and from there he's going to give him something to run down. He's had a couple of looks at the track. Of course, he was here 12 months ago for the launching pad, but he's one that will take a lot of benefit from an extra look here.
Yeah, and he looks to have a massive motor. Last Thursday night, one greyhound that absolutely knocked my socks off was Ella Enchanted. I thought she was brilliant. Take a look at the closing burst of Ella Enchanted, gunning down a top stayer in Poco Dorado. She went 41.54. Her last staying campaign, she looked as if maybe 700 might have been out of reach, but by gee, this was impressive work. Yeah,
a few question marks hanging over her leading into this, but they've absolutely been thrown out the window. She went 41.54, and they don't go much quicker than that, and especially from off the pace. I think that's where she probably is going to do her best work. She's coming, chasing down the leaders rather than being out in front, burning the candle, which you probably don't want her doing.
Yeah, I just got a little bit of a goosebump up on my left shoulder then, just reminiscing of how impressive that win was, because down the back here at Sandown, Mick, she just took off. It was so impressive.
She did, yeah. To spot a dog like Poco Dorado around 8 lengths with the left to go and win by 6, it was just a phenomenal effort. We spoke to Jamie Ennis leading into the race, and he was pretty confident that this campaign, everything about her said she was ready for that staying trip, and look, she couldn't have been any more impressive than she was.
Yeah, she was one of the big guns, no doubt. We're going to head towards selections now. This is what the punters at home are sitting waiting for. It's the RSN 927 Sandown Cup. Tornado Tears is no doubt going to run the short price favourite, but is he going to win? We'll start with Jason Adams. Who are you tipping in the Sandown Cup?
I'm going with the champ. I'm going 6, 3, 1 and 8, and just find it too hard to go against him. He's undefeated here at the track, and we heard from Rob Britton last week. He was a little bit concerned that he may not run out the trip as well as what he can. I think he's going to take a bit from that. He's going to go back-to-back, I reckon, from 3 Adams and Mick. We saw her get home really well last week. We've got to remember, Tornado Tears got home a little bit quicker than what she did. Third, number 1, Pepper Tide, and fourth, number 8, Poco Dorado. So going with the champ with 6, 3, 1 and 8.
Mighty Mick Floyd, the Sandown Cup.
Yeah, I'm going Tornado Tears on top. I've got 6 from 2, 3 and 1. This race can go one of two ways for mine. Tornado Tears jumps clearly, gets a clear run through the first turn and wins because he's the best stayer in it. Box 6 could be his undoing though, and if he does get trouble, does find trouble from the draw, I think it brings 2 and 3 right into play. Bago Bye Bye will take a lot of improvement from that run last week. I think he'll be the big improver, and as I mentioned, he's the big winner out of the box draw, so I've got him as the best chance to knock him off. Ella Enchanted thereabouts as well. Yeah,
look, I'm going to be the point of difference in the Sandown Cup, and I'm going to take the champion on Tornado Tears. I'm tipping 3, 6, 2 and 1. I thought Ella Enchanted was just simply sensational in the heat last Thursday night. I just feel she's going to lob closer to the speed potentially than Tornado Tears, and she might make her own luck. So I'm going 3 on top to beat Tornado Tears. He's the obvious one to beat. The box draw is just a concern because he's been beaten from around here a few times of late. Going 2, Bago Bye Bye. I think he'll make the race early, should get out in front and might make the race for Ella Enchanted actually. And I've gone the 1 for 4th, Pepper Tide. Represents a bit of value. We've got $20 to spend. How do we do it?
I reckon we rove Tornado Tears and Ella Enchanted in the trifecta. It's that sort of race where you get good dogs at big prices. So I reckon they'll fill a place and hopefully one at a bit of value to fill the next one.
Gee, that's a bit of a fancy bet, Jace. He's gone the old roving banker there. I haven't heard of one of those for a while. Yeah. What about you, Mick? Any roving bankers for you?
It's got us thrown me a little bit, James. No, we'll keep it nice and simple. We'll go 10 each way on Bago Bye Bye. I think the quote around $4.40 at the moment looks pretty good for mine. He should be clear enough through the early stages and run a place at least.
There'll be no roving bankers for me. I'll just go $10 each way on Ella Enchanted. Interestingly enough, Jace, this has been a race that greyhounds can go back-to-back and they seem to do it quite regularly. Tornado Tears is looking to defend his crown. We've seen it plenty of times in the past. One that springs to mind is quite recently Irma Bale, but there's been a host of greyhounds that have done it. I think Sweet It Is one too as well, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, and in the outstanding fashion as well. And look, only the very, very good ones go back-to-back, and that's what Tornado Tears is.
Well, I think it's going to be a blistering night. Let's not forget about the support card as well. 2 other Group 1s on the program, the Harrison Dawson and the Sapphire Crown for the girls. You can see all of our selections in the links below. Friday night, one place to be, Mick, Sandown Park, and you've got to get a quaddie on as well. You do. $300,000 projected pool with tab. It's 3 Group 1s and a very good listed race in there as well. Plus be on course. It's free entry and your chance to win $100,000 in cash and prizes on Billy's Wheels. So make sure you get along to Sandown Park. Sandown Park, the place to be. Friday night for the Group 1 RSN 927 Sandown Cup.